every story of success is also a story of great failures. Take any success story in this world, they are stories of great failures. So if a child really wants to become successful in life, the child has to be taught stories of great failures. Because unless and until a child learns to see failures as a part of life,
Hi guys, I am very excited because we have a very special guest this evening. Shubh Vilas ji, thank you so much. I don't know how you are always on time. You're always radiating. You're always so full of energy. You're so prompt with your replies. Like before everything else, I need to learn time management from you.
thank you, Mansi ji, for having me here on this extremely beautiful and amazing platform that you've created.
Right.
And I am honored and happy to be sharing whatever I can to make Kids Top Press something better and more valuable to everyone who is here.
Parenting is like a plant, right? You are nurturing it every day. You're giving it everything that's essential: air, water, sunshine, fertilizer, everything. You're so invested in the result कि वो पेड़ मुझे कब फूल देगा. Yeah, you know, you've seen it nurture. Even if the flowers don't bloom, you're waiting and waiting for that result because you've nurtured it so much. How do you stay detached from the outcome when you're so invested in the process?
Bhagavad Gita has the answer. Krishna, he speaks about karmanivadikaraste ma phalecha kadasana. He speaks about how a person should focus on action and not be attached to the result.
Right.
Ultimately, a lot of things are not in our hands. It speaks about 5 things that are in our hands, or rather, 5 things that are needed to give you results for any endeavor that you do. Whether you take any project or whether you take the project of raising a child. The 5 things are: first is place. The best person involved, you'll get the best results. You may be the best mother, you may be the best father, you may be the best person involved. The second is place. The environment makes a big difference. If you have the right environment, you create the right environment, you can get the best results. So if you have a wrong environment, you cannot expect best results. The third thing is instruments. Instruments essentially are facilities, a certain type of things that are needed to help the child become a better version.
Like tools.
Of tools, whatever kind of tools that are needed. Like today, mobile phones, laptops, all these are tools, right?
Yeah.
So whatever you need to help the child grow. First is person, second is place, third is instruments or tools. The fourth is the types of endeavors.
Right.
The more effort you put in as a parent to help your child grow, the more the possibility of the child growing into somebody, into a beautiful fruit or flower is definitely there. But the Gita speaks about the 5th principle, 5th factor that is not in your hand. And that's the interesting part.
I'm curious, you're taking too much time to get this.
So the 5th factor is called Daiva. Daiva translates into destiny, it translates into karma, it translates into, the X factor, it translates into luck, whatever you can call it. You can call it anything else. But there is one factor that is beyond you. So you have control over 4 factors. And these 4, you give your best shot. You do your best for making these 4 the best for your child. But after that also remember there's a 5th factor that is not in your hand. And that's a very big factor, And because there's a 5th factor not in your hand, you'll remain humble.
Right.
You'll remain, so you do your best and then you have to remain detached.
Right.
And then you see your child grow. So the way I understand is education is complete when there is 3 things: knowledge, skills, and values. So knowledge and skills, they get very much in the schools and colleges today. But the third thing, values, is missing in the education system.
Right.
Which is what, as parents, you're responsible for giving.
Right.
And values are deep. just like an iceberg. Only 25% of the iceberg is seen above water, but 75% is below water. Similarly, 25% is a personality that is seen above water.
Yeah.
So today, most people, if they find that, if they want to say that the child is very good, what do they talk about? They talk about personality. They talk about all the things that is above the water. The way they speak, kind of education they're going through, or the kind of clothes that they wear, and all that. These are external parts of what personality is. But if you really want to know whether a child has really grown well, look below the water.
Right.
And that's what character is. That is what value system is. Right. So I would say that the 4 things that are in your hand, if you invest well, you are investing in the thing that is below the water, that nobody can see.
Right.
And that's what makes a child a great person. That's what makes a child unique, and that's what develops character in a child.
Right. Sometimes when parents and children, especially children, Prabhuji, I feel when they don't get the result that they anticipated, right? And I hate to use the word failure. I always believe that there is success and there's learning. There's no word called failure, but for all those who always treated as success and failure, how do you teach your child to accept that failure, that learning process, and accept it gracefully? Because I feel today children, when everything is so instant and validation is so external, it's always hard to accept the result that you're not really seeking.
So the way I look at failures is failures are the greatest strengths for those who become successful. Every story of success is also a story of great failures. Take any success story in this world. They are stories of great failures. So if a child really wants to become successful in life, the child has to be taught stories of great failures. Because unless and until a child learns to see failures as a part of life, the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna speaks about Sukha Dukkha Samay Kritva Labha Labha Jaya Jaya. He speaks about dualities: Sukha, Dukkha, Labha, Alabha, gain and loss, and Jaya and Ajaya, victory and defeat. And he says a person who is equanimous doesn't get affected by either. So we have to learn to teach children extremes and to be unaffected by extremes. So the problem is we overvalue success.
True.
And when a child becomes successful, we start celebrating like anything. When a child becomes successful, that is the time you have to speak about sobriety. I remember in my own spiritual journey, my teacher and many of my senior guides, whenever I achieved any kind of success, and I went and shared with them with great joy, and I did this, and they smile. Just smile. They just smile. So I always wonder why they do not appreciate me. Because the whole world is appreciating me.
Yeah.
I don't need appreciation at this point. What I need is soberness.
Grounding.
I need to calm down because I'm already bloating, right?
Right.
I need somebody to ground me. So as parents, when children achieve great success, that is a time, yes, you celebrate with them, but you also help them ground. You also help them be grounded. You also help them achieve humility, because success gets into the head and failure gets into the heart. Success makes you proud and failure makes you depressed. Both are bad.
Right.
While we are helping children deal with failures, we also have to help them deal with success. And that's when you create a balanced person. So balance is neither extreme. Balance is not in being successful. Balance is not in being a failure. Balance is in between.
Right.
And that's what life is.
Right.